Just don't get crit. It's that easy. It's that easy. If you think about it, if you believe in your heart of hearts, anyone can do it. It's a skill issue at that point. Oh, dearie dear. Hit them with one of these. 13, lucky number 13. All right. It's time. It's time to get the grind going. How we going? My bum. Hi. It's been a little while. Hope you're doing well. 14. Oh my goodness. Didn't you literally just roll a 14 before? You can hear the birds. Birds? Oh, sorry. Touch the start, yeah. How are we? Hope we're doing well. I've come to the understanding that I need to train up basically all of my Pokemon to be level 50 to take on the Elite Four. So we are in for a grind of a lifetime. So kick back, relax. It's not going to be too bad for Splash. For some of the others, though, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nat 20 is going to be basically our carry, kind of. Shazam is also going to be incredibly important. So, yeah, basically the whole gang needs to be level 50, is the consensus I've come to. Oops. Ability, Shed Skin. The Pokemon may heal its own status problems. That's cool, but I don't think that sticks around. Between level ups. In your zone. Right. Please keep your hands touch to start. Starting. You have a whole week of tests next week. Ugh. Is it limited to just the 1 week though? Staring intently at the mountain. Okay. Is it just the 1 week though? So as soon as you get through the week, it's sorted. That's the one thing that I hated. It would be when it wasn't just the 1 week. It'd be like, oh, it's 1 week of tests, and also there's another one on Monday. It's like, well, okay, but at least make it clean. Did you check if you can get an encounter to the south? I'm not. No, I didn't check. I haven't checked, no. Put you in, coach. We'll stick with this team for now, but things may get desperate. Things may very well get desperate. How the... Right. Now we run around, we get an encounter, we switch out the Dratini as quickly as possible. Once you get through the week, you should be good till exams. Good. Field will clutch, get you the win. No, I don't doubt. I'm concerned about the the tight matchups though is the problem. Have I gone south yet? No, not yet. Waterfall should do it. At least with exams as well, that once you're done with exams that you have for that day, you don't have to be at school for the rest of the day, since VCE classes don't run when the exams are running, apparently. Yeah, that tends to be the case, where if an exam is going, you don't have class. Like, you don't have class across that period of time. What happened to Splash 1? There was a rival encounter early on where basically I just didn't have an answer to his water starter, so I needed to use Splash to pivot, like put in Splash for then Splash to be horribly killed, and then switch into a fresh Pokemon without being hit for free. And it was tragic, unbelievably tragic. We can bring in Dust for this one. Rest in Pepperoni, Splash 1. Splash 1 was an absolute hero. Splash 1 was... Splash, without the 1. Could you imagine? Oh, parents, what is my name? Ah, you're Mahali 1. That's ominous. Think you go now? How's that piece coming? Have I got free time sometime? We'll see. We'll see. I'm in the midst of trying to like de-stress, de-stress my week. So I'm trying to like pull commitments out of my week to give myself more free time to decompress. I'm a little bit hesitant to add in more stuff at this point, but we'll see. If I'm back on the horse and I've got a bit of momentum going, then I'm more than happy to add in more after that. That's just forward thinking. My goodness. Always got to have a backup plan. Always got to have a backup plan. Actually, you know what? Speaking of backup plans, I need to head to town and grab restoration items because I used them all up being slaughtered last time. Give you a prompt? Bananas in pajamas. First thing that came to mind. No, Cloud, it's not you. It's not you. It's interaction in general. It is me being an introvert. Introvert. It's tough. Let's go. Excellent. The Splash family tree is rife with tragedy. Generations wiped out by negligent traders. How do you find your polymer experienced MBA partner who will do all the hard work for you while you sit around and ideate? I mean, you're just essentially a one-person think tank at that point, right? Where you're doing the thought processing and then you're employing experts in the field. I think that's fine, right? It's how most investors work. Bananas in pajamas, it is excellent. Cat skull, but it's wearing it like Cubone. Ooh, that's a fun prompt. This is all you want. It's an admirable. It's an admirable pursuit. Okay, what do we need? We'll bump up to 10 regular potions. Happy to just sit at 10 because they're not that important anymore mid-fight. Let's go up to 20 super potions. About the person you met, they're actually an extrovert. What? On the internet? That's impossible. No, that's awesome. No. Introverts are a precious thing to come across. So cherish them. Bear in the Big Blue House clearly is better than Bananas in pajamas. Oh, that is tough. What I would say is Bear in the Big Blue House is a superior piece of art form, but that's only because Bananas in Pajamas walked so Bear in the Big Blue House could run. Yeah, it's difficult to argue against, given that Bear in the Big Blue House is so good. Like, they had absolute musical talent on their team. But Bananas in Pajamas hitting you with the with them sick lyrics as well. Not gonna lie. Bananas in pajamas. They're coming down the stairs. Oh, what a line. Everybody you know is an introvert. Pfft. Look at me. I'm Cloud. I'm friends with all of the cool people. No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't. It's fine. As an introvert, please don't ask me anymore, because it's a little bit like that sometimes. Lies and slander. Well, that's the thing, Bob. That's the thing. Is like, legitimately, you had incredible talent on the Bear in the Big Blue House production team. Legitimate, like, insane talent. But it came well after. It came like, I want to say 5 to 10 years. You know what? No guessing on these things. We can just look it up. Bananas in Pajamas. Australian children's television show, started in 1992. Okay, let's see. Bear in the Big Blue House. Debuting in 1997. So yeah, it came out a good 5 years after. So, you know, room to innovate on a good product. We introverts have to stick together. It's a me day, go away. Yep. We're hypocrites, a lot of us. Had the original actor of... Billy, why do you tempt fate? The original actor of B1 for the live-action series of Bananas in Pajamas as your substitute teacher. What? That's awesome! That's so cool! Bear in the Big Blue House is peak, but Bananas in Pajamas is somehow more iconic. Like, it has the vibe to it that feels like it should be deeper, but there's no lore. Yeah, because it feels... Bananas in Pajamas kind of innovated. Where Bear in the Big Blue House kind of perfected, if that makes sense. It's the... Oh, what's a good example? It's the comparison of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds as the innovator and Fortnite being the perfecter of, like, the format type of deal, right? Where that's kind of opposite because the popularity went in the other direction. But the concept is somebody starts with the idea and they're recognized for being the originator of it, and then something is technically a better product but not as popular. There are plenty of examples that are not coming to mind right now. Has a visual that makes your mouth water? Yep. Dust Bowl is your jam? I don't know. I'm never too much of a fan of forking out cash for the niche balls. Brum. Oh, yes. Yes, Brum. Yes, Brum. Oh my goodness. Those episodes wouldn't last long, but I was absolutely invested the entire time as Brum went on an adventure doing the exact same things again and again. Don't care. I talk about a format that's addictive to watch. Brum. Look it up. If you haven't seen Brum before, look up Brum. We'll be back when kids are asleep. Yeah, no stress, no stress. Maybe a little dear. The trip and fall was glorious. Surprised yourself when he told you. The first thing he said after marking the role was that he was the original actor because he knew that kids would end up searching him up on Google's anyway, apparently. Yeah, okay, fair. Okay, you go. You get your balls to visually fit the Pokemon you want to catch them. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'll do that if I'm setting up like a competitive team. But in just like an open format like this, where I don't really know what I'm going to be catching, I'd prefer to just stick with Ultra Balls. But I mean, that's just me. Might actually be the same age. Then again, all of those shows had reruns for years. It's a little bit difficult to pin down. But no, I still feel like we'd be in the ballpark, because like the era of the rerun, like you wouldn't have people watching like Brum and Bananas in Pajamas nowadays, right? Apparently, him and the actor of B2 were offered to do the voice acting for the animated reboot of the shows, but they both declined, saying they'd been doing it for long enough. Give others a go at the character. That's so wholesome. That's really, really, really wholesome. I feel like, more people should have that mindset of like, you know, I've made my mark. It's time for others to, you know, carry the baton. But you don't sit there watching children's TV. Who would do that? No, most of the time when I see my little cousins, my little nephews watching children's TV, it's mostly like original little animated films and stuff. Like there was one about like insects following like the mighty worm or whatever, and they're friends with like a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly and stuff. Can't remember the story to save my life, but really interesting that it wasn't like your classic Mickey Mouse Funhouse type deal where incredibly scripted, incredibly like formulaic type stuff. Used to sit there and watch children's TV, bored out of your mind on rainy days, because you used to be a social worker with a heavily disabled guy. Yeah, that's fair. I have a similar setup. I won't go into detail, but yeah, like I've been privy to children's TV shows, and they seem quite like elaborate nowadays, which is cool. Only let little ones watch the YouTube children's stuff. They should know what times they live in. Yeah, but it's so easy to find good. Route 45. Okay. Cloud was right. Can head down. It's so easy to find quality content nowadays. Yes, there's a lot of slop out there, but the free access to a ton of stuff means that a lot of really good stuff is produced as well. Played some characters in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and he met Johnny Depp. Interesting. I'll look up his name. Can you shoot through his name on Discord? I'll look up his name and see if I can find which character he played. Who had Flash on the team? I think it was Cloud. Do I just not have the TM for Flash now? Hello? Yeah. Looks like I've got no way of lighting the cave. Tragedy. I might be able to get the, might be able to buy the TM from somewhere else. You know what's even easier? Finding bad content. Yeah, that's fair. Terrified at the idea of raising a kid on today's internet? I mean, that's what parental controls are for, right? At least until they're a little bit older. Graveler, we already have.
Our Graveler's better. Quite frankly.
Bring out Splash here. His name is Kenneth Radley. Let's just grab that. Boom, boom. Oops. Self-destruct. Excuse you? Okay. Excellent timing with that comment, Bob. Okay, add that to the list. Boom. I'll look up his name afterwards. Well, let's head back and heal up. That is so unbelievably rude. You telling me there are just going to be a bunch of landmines in that patch of grass? I think it's more worth going back to the ice cave. Also find it incredibly rude that there are no Pokemon wild in the area that are equivalent in level to the gym. So it means I have to farm off such weak Pokemon. Here's what it is. I'm just saying that they all form some sort of group, a squad, if you will. Squid. One of the people on there, one of the Gravelers on the squad, pretends that they're a crocodile. One of the Gravelers on the squad is very good at throwing sticks that return to them after they throw it. One of the Gravelers is best friends with the Joker. And one of the Gravelers on the squad can climb anything. Hi, Noctua. Mr. Mime, yeah. Yep. Actually, you know what? We just need to go there. There we go. You and your brother are the firstborn kids in your family generation. It's so fun watching your uncles play games with their kids, and you're remembering that you were straight up the test run for them before they had children. Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, as much as we doom and gloom about like, oh, the internet unfettered, all sorts of, gunk that can like pollute my child's eyes. It's like, yeah, there is a bunch of crap on the internet, but at the same time, current generation got a bunch of awesome stuff. Are you kidding? Touch screens, Nintendo Switch. My goodness. Get to play video games. Do you know how bored I was as a child? I don't think I could be that bored nowadays. I don't think it's possible. You and your friends have gotten to the point where you're just like, YouTube wasn't any better when you were kids. You grew up with the MLG montages and dank memes. Every generation will have its its pollution. But I think it's fine. It's like part of the formativeness of growing up, right? Is sort of you need to be exposed to garbage so that you can understand what garbage is. Screw iPads, you'll get me a laptop. I mean, I understand the whole like iPad babies thing. Like I get it. Just plopping somebody in front of an iPad is dumb. But I feel like it's way more, I don't know, intuitive and interesting to interact with a touchscreen. That's a really cool concept. Needs an energy boost. Look up Seep and Destroy track from Splatoon. It's a bling bling banger. Ooh. Noted. Helped you majorly when running out of steam while working on your bachelor yesterday. Give me strength. Ow. Eat rock. Yeah, there are a few. There are a few playlists that I have on Spotify that are like different moods. Like I've got one for whenever I'm reading, I'll put on that playlist. I've got one for whenever I'm working out at the gym, I'll put on that playlist. I've got one for when I'm like out walking and stuff. And it's good to have like mood playlists, I think. Understand why you call it a bling bling banger when I hear it. Okay. Seep and Destroy track from Splatoon. It's going on the list. Boom. How's The Bachelor going, by the way? Ads. Okay, I keep adding an L. Is it not? Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Wretched Shades from the Hades soundtrack is your favorite. Is your focus music? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I mean, I've played through Hades. I don't recognize the tracks by name, but I'm just thinking of the Hades vibe. In terms of the soundtrack, and very much so like focus music. I can hear it. It's going better now that you have a jam, TM. Now that I have a focus. No, that's fair. That's fair. Let's quickly give Dust a drinky poo. Then back to running around in circles. I've been using my my time with Kingdom Hearts. Okay, so quick info dump. Kingdom Hearts came out in like whenever it did, 2002, whatever it happened to be. Then a few years later, a version called Kingdom Hearts Final Mix came out in Japan, which was kind of like a director's cut, where they essentially like collated all of the like little adjustment changes that they wanted to make to the game in terms of like balancing items and making it so that like some things that were a little bit glitchy were fixed and that sort of thing. But then they also added cutscenes, they added like an extra boss, they made a bunch of like visual adjustments to some enemies and added in some new enemies as well. Like a deluxe edition basically. I'm playing through that at the moment with the intention of going through and 100%ing all of the Kingdom Hearts games leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3, because I've frick you, Goldbat. Leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3, because I never played Kingdom Hearts 3 when it came out. But are you kidding? 2 flinches? Piss off. Dust is confused. Excellent. Don't hurt you. I said don't hurt yourself. Let's see what. So one side of the grind area, I'm dealing with confuse and flinch spam, and then the other side, I've got literal actual landmines. Okay. Most of the time you're listening to, you sing Eurydice's farewell song, whatever it's called all the time. Different vibe from the rest of the soundtrack in terms of like, I mean, there are a couple of ballads in Hades from memory, but most of the soundtrack is very like dungeon crawly. So that's the vibe that I've got in my head for the game. Most of the time you're just listening to Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack to keep you motivated. It's good enough and works surprisingly well. I mean, yeah, is it... I've forgotten the name of the band, but yeah, they're known for their like ridiculously optimistic, motivational rock jam. Oh, that's 3 flinches. Working through all my potions. Particular song from Hades sounds like a higher paced, more dark version of Gerudo Valley. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of hear it. But it's been too long since I played Hades, so I wouldn't be able to lock onto a particular... Break you. Dust is confused. And we miss. I hate this so much. Flinch. Flinch. No. Confusion. Get confused. Hurt. Yes. There we go. There we go. All it will take is a single rock throw to go through. And it hasn't. It hasn't for like 50 turns. There we go. I just needed to complain hard enough. One shot with a crit. Oh my goodness. What? Cursed as all heck. Aren't there a million Kingdom Hearts games? I will be counting the spin-offs, but only some specific spin-offs, because there are a bunch of spin-offs that are relevant to the story, but then there's another chunk that you can very easily ignore, and you're only basically missing out on like one little sentence of context that will then go on to Kingdom Hearts 3. I have played them all at one point or another, so I'm not missing info. It's just a case of like playing all of the major releases leading up until 3. You're on public transport, so you should save your data. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Bing, 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 bang. Oh, dearie dear. Yeah, no. By all means. We'll catch up later. Hi, Cat. Welcome. Welcome to the grind session. But yes, so the plan is to go through and 100% all of... specifically, I'm looking to 100% Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and I think one more? Mostly those 4, though, is the plan at this point. Although I may add Dream Drop Distance onto it at some point, but we'll see. We'll see how fatigued I feel at that point. But yes, I've been using that as like a focus this week while I've been getting my sleep back in order and like decompressing and stuff. And it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. I'm up to, I think, level 51 or something at this point. I've unlocked all of the little hidden bosses, and I thought to myself, you know what? It's been so long since I played Kingdom Hearts, and I've learnt so much. I'll go into detail as to what I've learned in a second. I thought to myself, you know what? I could probably just take on some of these hidden bosses from now. But I forgot to take into account that I was playing on the hardest difficulty. So I was just getting one shot, basically immediately, right out of the gate. A lot of it briefly comes back at the very end of 3. Ain't missing much. Just play the main titles. Yeah. Yep. That's my thought. If I'm really feeling up to it, I'll go through and like watch any relevant little cutscenes and stuff from the games. But as I said, like I've played through all of the spin-off games. The only exception to that is I haven't played 2.8 yet. And that's the one that I'm umming and ahhing about, because I may end up picking it up, or I might just go, you know what, I've played a whole bunch of Kingdom Hearts leading up to 3. I'm happy to just see what happens in that game through like YouTube. Am I going to do Fragmentary Passage? I'm not sure what that is. Endure? Well, you're about to be reduced to 1 HP. look forward to that. But yeah, I've learned a ton. I've learned a ton coming back to the game because very much so back in the day, it used to be a case of I can get away with button mashing, so I just button mash. Like that's how I learned the game, and there was no real incentive to learn anything different because if I ever came across a boss or an enemy that was too difficult, I would just go grind levels somewhere and then come back to the boss and, one-shot them. Not actually, but that's essentially the premise, right? Is that you sit there grinding all of your levels so that way you don't actually have to deal with the difficulty curve. Whereas this time around, I've very much so taken the mindset of I want to learn how to play the game. So I've been learning a ton. For example, I learned that it's more efficient to lots of damage. Oh my goodness, 2 whole damage. It's very efficient to not complete combos and to string non-combo finishes together to keep things essentially stun locked. I've also started learning how to intentionally parry things with attacks. I basically haven't used block once. I've intentionally used it a couple of times to see how useful it is, but block basically serves no purpose because you can just block by parrying instead. And then I've also learned to be incredibly specific with my combo usage. So, I'll ground slide over to something, I'll start with a ground combo, and then I'll transition into an air combo, knowing that the next thing that I want to hit is up in the air. So I finish the first thing and then transition over to the other. It's really, really fluid. It's really cool. It bridges Aqua's story after Birth by Sleep, then leading to the end of the first game. I think that's the thing at the end of 2.8 that I was making reference to, where you do get a segment that you play. So that would be the thing that I either am feeling up for after I've 100%ed everything, or I just go through and watch on YouTube. Start a question on what items you picked at the start specifically because you're playing on Proud, because it determines how soon you'll get once more and second chance abilities. I believe I picked the middle questions mostly, but I don't remember too well. I picked the sword and I ditched the shield were the item interactions that I did. Done with the prompted post. Put it in share your art. Oh, let's have a look. Is it ban-worthy? Let's see. Oh, that's incredible. Are you kidding? Hello, B3. The third banana. Little did you know. I was not expecting that. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hi, it's me, the third banana. Bear, I know it's you. Get out of those pajamas. What are you doing? Once more and second chance are basically one shot or combo protection. Yeah, yep. I'm looking forward to getting Leaf Bracer. The problem with the current bosses isn't the fact that they're one-shotting. It's the fact that they're one-shotting with basically their normal moves. So even if I did get second chance, I would basically have to do all of the fights completely hit-free with one free hit at my disposal. It's not entirely true because I can heal up once I've survived the first shot, but at that point it's so grindy that I don't find that prospect interesting. I do like the idea of fighting Kurtzisa though. I got him pretty close. I got him to the stage where he was down to yellow bar, I think. like just before green, and he was doing like the spinning attack pattern. That's the next thing to tackle. Is I need to familiarize myself with how to actually do that encounter instead of just spamming dodge. Like that part of the encounter, because I distinctly remember back in the day, essentially just out leveling that fight. Kurt Zisa, the giant robotic scarab dude in the desert. I got a present. Heck yeah. You know what? I should have switched to Billy. I can always do that now. No, because then I'm just dividing up the XP pool too much. Always saved in for post game. Well, that's the thing, right? Is I want to take them all out post game, so that I distinctly know that I haven't just leveled through the problem. Yeah. So and I have gotten him quite close to dead, so I'm relatively confident in taking on Kurtzisa. Sephiroth, I'm probably gonna leave for post game just because he literally one-shot me with a single slash. And I just no. Because it's not just about survivability at that point. If I'm dealing like chump change, just like no damage to anything, and I'm having to grind through these fights with chip damage, it's not fun. Just not fun at that point. Forgot the Neverland optical boss gimmick. I think used high. Yeah, so the gimmick for Phantom is it's a big cloak and it flies around the clock tower and it's got a big orb in its chest. It's a big cloak and it flies around. It will then summon an orb in its chest, and that orb will correspond with a spell color. So it'll be red for fire, blue for blizzard, yellow for lightning, thunder. And you use that spell on it in order to deal damage to the cloak. But then periodically through the fight, it will summon a death counter on a character, and you have to skedaddle all the way up to the clock tower, and cast stop on the clock, because otherwise the clock will count down and the character will die. I believe if you stagger the Phantom during the damage phase, like if you stagger it and put it into damage phase, the clock resets, but I'm not sure. It's been too long. But at the very least, there's like that is the gimmick for the fight. You'd wait until at least have once more and Leaf Bracer. I've got Second Chance, and I believe I've got once more available to me as well. I'm not sure. I'm just going through. I think what I'm going to do is get the final checkpoint, like the final save point at the end of the world's end. End of the world, sorry. Then I'm going to go back and do Hades Cup. I've gone through and done like solos of Phil, Pegasus, and Hercules cups. Hades Cup is going to be awful. Hades Cup is going to be awful. Oh my goodness. Trying to solo Hades Cup is going to be the worst thing ever, but it'll be fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I'm really, really, really enjoying the experience. Because as I said, like I'm going through and I'm actually learning how to play the game in a non-mashy way, and it feels really rewarding. Have I been using the AP boost items? Yeah, yep. Don't stun me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Frick you. This is revenge for that previous goal bet. But yeah, I've gone through. I've collected all the summons. I've 100%ed 100 Acre Woods. I've done most of the Trinities. I need to find where a few blues and reds are, but otherwise I think I've done all the Trinities. Gotten all the Dalmatians. I'm having a blast. Usable in-menu items and buying new weapons for Donald and Goofy were just things you didn't know how to do for the entirety of your first playthrough as a kid. Yeah, yep. Oh, another thing along those lines that I didn't do as a kid was I didn't really optimize the AI menu, where you go through and you're like, okay, Donald and Goofy, I'd like you to be like aggressive or defensive. I'd like you to use magic this much. I'd like you to use items this much, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really do that. And I didn't really stock them with items for boss fights when I used to play as well. So it was huge revelations. Huge. And also, Watsy, apparently you can press triangle or Y or top button to command them to be more aggressive in a fight, which I just didn't know about. I presume it's a final mix thing. Presume. Because the command button was introduced in the final mix, I think. Also didn't know you could change your keyblade back there. Oh no. Always put Goofy on aggressive. Yeah, didn't put potions in the inventories either. Well, it's so massive. It's massive for that, and it's also what's here. I heal them more often nowadays as well. Like, if they both go down, I'll quickly heal Donald, and then he can like heal up Goofy, give me like an arrow shield, a whole bunch of stuff, just like draw aggro for a little bit. They are actually quite useful, instead of just assuming that they're dead all the time, which they are. Don't get me wrong. Donald and Goofy will always be dead. As soon as you're able, you're pretty much buy potions in bulk in the critical and proud modes, because your health bar is significantly smaller in the hard critical modes. Yeah, yep. I don't feel it as much now. Don't flinch, don't flinch, don't flinch, don't flinch. Thank you. I don't feel it as much now. Back when I was in like the first few worlds, I was getting one-shot by a bunch of stuff. But at this point in the game, it's only really the bosses and stuff that present a little bit of a challenge. Boom. I'll do a few more fights and then go and heal up. I'll try and memorize the path to get across the sliding ice. You know what? Let's do that now. So if I go across like here. Immediate. More methodical at the start, mostly out of fear from dying later. It's still slow and methodical, but now you're trying to spot windows to do punishment. Yeah, yep. That's a really accurate way of putting it. Where to start with, it's just paranoia, whereas later on, it's just like waiting for windows. Like the cloud fight in the Colosseum is very much so just like waiting for him to do the big like ground stab and then punish. I'm also far more excellent. I'm also far more familiar with the concept of a boss like Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Thank you. Of a boss like punishing attacks. So, like for example, that cloud fight. I understand that I can only get away with like half a string, half a combo string, and then I have to disengage. He'll do the slash in front of him, and then I go through and do a full combo string after that. Nice, level 18. We're almost halfway. Okay, so here, then here, then here. Nope. There, then there, then there. Yeah, okay. Then in reverse. Here, then here, then here. Nope. Why does this happen to me? Don't pay attention, and then I get lost. Okay, where do I need to be? I need to collide with that rock there. So, as long as I can hit that right wall, I'm good, right? Yeah, so if I go here, 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 up to there, excellent, and go back here, 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 and then we're out. Okay, cool. Cool. Cloud is easy if you actually use block and roll. Is Cloud easier if you use block and roll? Kind of. Roll is good for dodging his thrusts. It's also good for when he flies at you. But I tend to find instead of blocking, just parry with a swing, because then if you've got counter on, you can then follow up with a counter swing. You know, Bork Nugget, how you going, bud? Welcome. How you doing? How's your week been? Just currently grinding up levels for the Elite Four. Fought Claire, the Dragon Gym leader, last time, and basically had my whole team killed, except for my resident Gyarados, Splash 2. So I'm going through now and rebuilding my team. Just woke up. It's 5:30 a.m. Oh, good morning. How has your day been? Deary dear. No, well, glad you're with us. What did we figure out here? We just need to hit that right wall. That's right. Boom, boom, boom. Up we go. Easy done. I think Leon in the Colosseum also has a reaction attack to full combos. Could be wrong. I think he has like he's an audio cue. He says like, you know, check this out, or like, think you're so cool or something, and then he like swings his sword around. As long as you are cognizant of the sound cue going off, you can dodge it. Day so far is decent. Glad to hear it. 5:30 a.m. Is that a usual? Better question. Was it an intended 5:30 a.m. or have you just so happened to wake up at 5:30 a.m.? Go Dust. Throw rocks. You have insomnia, so not intended? Yep. Well, as a fellow insomniac, I can definitely relate. My sleep has been all over the place this week. We're just currently discussing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. If you're not familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series, oh boy. in its defense, it's not too confusing. Some of the concepts are a little bit high concept in the first game, but it doesn't really get too confusing until I want to say post Kingdom Hearts 2. As soon as you get post Kingdom Hearts 2, that's when it just becomes complete Swiss cheese. 3 hours of sleep, last brain cell suffering. This is fine. Yeah. Yep. I intentionally set like a really short alarm yesterday to insomnia stories. Intentionally set a really short alarm yesterday so that for last night, yesterday morning, set an early alarm so that I'd wake up after only a few hours of sleep intentionally, so that I'd be exhausted for last night, to then hopefully get a good chunk of sleep. No. Ended up getting a short stint of sleep the previous night, and then a short stint of sleep last night as well. It's not been great. And then straight into ads. Apologies. But yeah, in terms of things that I've been doing differently this time around, Fields. Let's see. Actually considering what all of the Keyblades do and actually giving all of them a go has been the approach this time around. Whereas back in the day it used to be, is the strength number higher? No, not interested. This time around, it's definitely been more of an exploration as to what the numbers actually mean. Wish they bring back the co-op for the Mirage Arena, Birth by Sleep. That was so fun on the PSP. Did they not bring back like full functionality for it? You did make progress on a big project, so not time not wasted. Nice. What project, if you don't mind me asking? A pig. Aw, look at you, Nat 20. You were level 12 like 5 minutes ago. They grow up so fast. Sentimentality hitting me in the guts. Birth by Sleep on the PSP had a proximity connection, so the Mirage Arena and Command Board were the only things you could do with other people. There's no online capability in Final Mix. Yeah, that's fair. I'd imagine that it's a degree of like network engineering that they just don't want to have to think about for a re-release. It sucks. Don't get me wrong, it does. It does suck, but yeah. Doesn't really affect me too much in the sense that I don't really have nostalgia about the mode, but understandable if you do. Maybe with a good mod, it could be revitalized. You'd love to do Mirage Arena co-op again. I remember having so much fun with that. I don't remember. I remember doing Mirage Arena solo. I didn't remember that there was some. I think it was because I didn't know anybody else who had the game. So it was never really an option for me. Hello, Golbat. We meet again. If you flinch spam me, I will get really angry. I won't be able to do anything about it, but I'll be incredibly cross. I'll knit my eyebrows and go grrr. Shake my fist at you. Moved out in your first flat with a guy who played Mirage Arena co-op with a kid when you were 18. Nice. In retrospect, I know somebody who probably had the game when I did, but we just both had it and never talked about it. So I can imagine that my experience with Birth by Sleep would have been incredibly different if we'd just so happened to talk about it with each other. It's nice though getting back into Kingdom Hearts because I don't know, my approach to video games has been not nihilistic per se, but I very much felt like I wasn't really being provided for as a consumer nowadays in terms of like the games that I'm interested in. It feels like a lot of the new things coming out are like live service games and games with like battle passes, and very much so like, man, you just gotta be there. If you're not playing X the video game, every month you're going to miss out on all the story and you're going to get hit with all those FOMO feelings. And that's like, what? I don't like games like that. I don't enjoy FOMO games. I just enjoy like spending some money on a game and then just taking my time, playing through it, just chilling. Not really an option nowadays in terms of like bigger games. In terms of indie games, there's a plethora. You know, there's a ton out there. And I do slowly make my way through indie games, but it just felt like bigger games just weren't for me anymore. But going back through Kingdom Hearts now, it's like, oh, you know what? Like, this genre exists, and I'm probably going to move on to like Expedition 33 after I finish with Kingdom Hearts because my like enthusiasm for the RPG genre has kind of gone through the roof. Playing with the idea that the current legendary Pokemon are the last surviving individuals of their species, combining it with your realism style to create a sort of encyclopedia for the personal headcanon. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, because they kind of allude to that like tokenism with some of the more recent games, like in Gen 9, it's kind of alluded to. No, it's straight up confirmed, right? That like spoilers for Scarlet and Violet, that like the legendaries of those, the box legendaries of those games aren't unique, right? It just so happens to be that like only one of them exists in our space. You know, I won't spoil too much, but like, yeah, it's straight up confirmed. Like only one of them exists here where we are, right? And then they did the same thing with Ultra Beasts, right? Where they're technically legendaries, but they're not unique, right? There are a bunch of them. It's just not where we are. So the idea of like going through creation stories for each of them is really cool. It's a really cool idea. Who doesn't typically enjoy deathmatch or competitive games or the social structures that come with it? You feel kind of the same. So you feel estranged in the game groups because you don't care about the games they're all playing in the month. Yeah, exactly. Whereas that's kind of been alleviated almost entirely with coming back to Kingdom Hearts, which has been awesome. Have a few test designs for the legendary Beast Trio. Ooh, if you've got anything that you'd like to share with that, please link. Please, I'd love to see. Can find two of the Miraidon and Koraidon in the game. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Is like it's straight up confirmed in those games that they're not unique specimens. Just they're legendary because of circumstance, not because Yep. Yeah, like the idea of yeah, essentially all of them being survivors of like wipeout scenarios is really cool. Is really, really, really cool. You could do some really interesting stuff with that as well, I'd imagine. You'd essentially be designing apocalypses at that point, which is awesome. because I'm a super pessimist when it comes to my art. The idea of going through and like setting up apocalyptic scenarios for each like legendary trio and legendary group would be so cool. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine like the lake trio? Them being part of like, you could do, let's see, they could be like dimensional envoys or something that use like lake portals or something, and then for some reason the connection with their lake got cut off from the network, and now they're stuck like limited to our reality. Like, you could just do little things like that all over. That's so cool. Sorry, I'm just getting lost in the idea a little bit. Earthquake. Yes, please. Probably get rid of defense curl. Is there a point in keeping magnitude and earthquake? I don't think so. I think I straight up just get Pokemon magnitude with a few spelling errors in there. That's fine. Because both magnitude and earthquake hit everybody, so it's not like if I keep magnitude, then I can make it so that I can isolate thing, whatever. I suppose the only benefit to magnitude is that it can like, you can get pop-off values, right? You can, there's a 5% chance that you can get a magnitude 10. I'd prefer to just get earthquake, I think. To be entirely honest. There are some niche scenarios where I could use defense girl. There's not a scenario where I'm using magnitude instead of earthquake. Happy to make that call. You'll post them in the Discord? Yes, please. Played either of the For the King games? They're fun as co-op. Yeah, so I've got For the King 1 on the Switch, and I've played through that a few times. I don't think I've finished all of the campaigns on it, but I've completed at least one, and had quite a bit of fun. The big problem would be to find time to line up with, because that's the thing nowadays that I'm struggling with the most, is finding time to line up with other people to play. Yeah. Speaking of which, by the way, I'm happy to announce that my playthrough of V Rising on Nightmare difficulty or whatever it's called, like the super duper evil mega super hard difficulty, as of Tuesday, we completed our run of V Rising. We defeated Dracula. He was insanely difficult. Honestly, probably the hardest boss that I've taken on in any video game ever. One, because we were doing it multiplayer, so it meant that he had a bunch of new mechanics that don't exist in the 1v1. And two, because it level caps you. Dracula's level 90, I want to say 91 or 93 or something, and you're like either 89 or 90. I can't remember what it is. There's a big level disparity between you and Dracula. It's super difficult. Posted. Let's see. Oh my goodness! What? Working on a project, legendary expanding on personal headcanons. Here we see the extinct versions of the modern beast trio of Johto: Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Oh, so good. Reminds me of the spin that they did with the Paradox Pokemon. Love your designs though. Love your designs. I love your style. Really awesome. Sorry, with my current setup with gaming stuff, it's really difficult to change over to show the post. Please jump into the Discord if you're curious, and check out the artwork. So cool, so cool, incroyable. You have 4 monitors now. Oh my goodness. What? I'm a measly peasant. I only have 2. Ah, it. I did have fantasies about. It was back in Iron Man 1, where he's in his garage and he's got like his whole workstation set up, and he's got a wraparound setup. He's got a circular desk, and he's got monitors surrounding him, and then like a couple of monitors hanging over the monitor setup as well. It just looked insane. Absolute setup envy. Working towards getting a less background sensitive microphone. Hoping to get back into PS2 and PS1 horror streaming. Ooh. Yep. I'm not too knowledgeable about PS1 and PS2 era horror games. The only ones that I'm vaguely familiar with are the Clock Tower series. I guess like some of the early Resident Evil games as well. But yeah, colour me interested, whatever colour that is. Have your art display tablet, a gateway monitor, and 2 smaller Dell monitors. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you can unironically be like, I'm plugging in. Sorry, wait. I'm plugging in. Become part of the Matrix. My goodness. Are they going to restart Clock Tower 3 or Siren? Or Dog's Life for the fairies? I read that as for the fairies. My goodness. For the funnies. What is with my reading comprehension tonight? It's tough, okay? It's hard. Seeing things with your eyeballs. I guess it's for the fairies. Well, that's my thought, yeah. Yeah, just tacking on my little opinion there, I guess. Oh, that's fair. What are some other... Oh my god, now I just got it on the brain. What are some other, like, apocalyptic scenarios that some of the legendaries could be involved in? You could have, like, the legendary bird trio having been part of, like, a Garden of Eden setup with, like, tropical birds everywhere. That has, like, since succumbed to... That they could have been, like, non-elemental bird types, but due to, like, the garden being ripped asunder through, like, an elemental explosion or something, it, like, wiped out all the birds and, like, mutated these 3 is a thought. Oh my god. Oh. Got the getaway one for $5 on a thrift store. The 2 Dell ones off of Facebook Marketplace for $10. Oh my goodness. Nifty as all heck. That's good. That's an absolute deal. I mean, and presumably they all work. Yeah. Send it through, Field. Send it through. You have lots of plans, like the horror you're drawing. Yeah. I mean, if it's like a similar style to what you've shown with the 3 dogs, then yeah. Flame wheel.
Take that, Santa. Ain't gonna be delivering presents no more. Try sliding down a chimney from 6 feet under.
Psychopathic? Maybe. Fun to use the voice? Absolutely. Posted? Oh my goodness, yes. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, tapestry art. Where you can see, like, the different elements of it. Yeah, Billy, 100%. Like where you can see the different like materials that the different sections are made of, like represented in different material. Very, 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 very cool. Very, 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 very cool. Also, you've emulated like fiery coals in the pelt feathers really nicely. You can almost see like the color changing. Very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. You could almost imagine it being animated with like the color like wavering. So your style looks like stained glass? Yeah, I can see it. Yep. 110%. Thank you.
Thanks, Santa. Thanks for the president healing me back to full HP.
Now perish for your sins. I respond to your kindness with violence. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Why is it going to be Santa? Why is it going to be Santa? You're straight up just killing Santa every time. Level 33 will happily take.
Cover your eyes, Dratini. Don't look at the violence. You're gonna grow up big and strong.
Gonna love the Lugia you draw too. Oh, yep. If you've got it, send it through. I want to hear about some of the concepts as well in terms of like what like led to, you know, basically borderline extinction. I love the idea of that story. Very, very, very cool. Because you sell so much like desperation in terms of like how haggard they look. I'd love to... Don't get me wrong, if you have no intention of sharing the story and it's all just like interpretation based on the imagery, that's cool too, because my imagination just runs wild. But if you do have some of those stories, I'd love to hear. Well, I am glad I used Surf instead of Waterfall, save some of my PP. The Lugia is one of your most detailed pieces. Oh, really? Not that... struggle isn't the right word. I'd find Lugia to be the most challenging in terms of adding texture because of how, like, clean and simple the original design is. It's in the Discord. Yes, please. Oh my frick. Adding feathers into the design is awesome. No, you've nailed that. That's awesome. I was going to say, because Lugia is so inherently devoid of texture, right? Such like a smooth design. Oh, the collection fields. Alone in the dark. Let's see. What do we have here? Enhance. Zoom. Enhance. Primal. Dog's Life. Clock Tower. Dead or Alive? Scalar I've never heard of. Forbidden Siren 2 I haven't heard of. Amplitude I've never heard of. Oh. Bit of a niche collection. I like. The Bouncer? Okay. Metal Gear. Nice. Interesting. Dino Crisis 2. Cool. Yeah, like an incredibly eclectic collection you've got here. That's awesome. Variety out the wazoo. Join just in time to hear blaspheme against Lugia. No. No. Halt that thought. I didn't blaspheme against Lugia. I'm simply saying Lugia's design doesn't lend itself to upping in definition, right? Because it's not like a Ho-Oh, which is inherently covered in feathers, right? So you up the definition and you're going into like detail with the with its pelt and everything. Whereas Lugia is incredibly smooth as a Pokemon design, so there's not really much that you can embellish. But I love Nugget's like reintroduction of feathers because it gives you something to like, you know, sink your teeth into in terms of texture. Really, really cool. That's what's so good. No. Again, don't get me wrong. I love his design, but I love Lugia's design for the style that Lugia is in. Whereas I'd find it quite difficult to up the, like, in the same way that I added, like, I did like the higher fidelity Squirtle, like, you know, a little bit more realistic texturing, lighting, that sort of thing. I would struggle with Lugia, I think, because of how smooth the design is. Crazy Frog Racing's in there too, but you decided you didn't need it. How dare you? How dare you conceal such greatness? Better than a one. It's all been downhill, Bill. You started tonight with 2 14s back to back, and then it's just gone poof, into a ditch. Did I get this item? Which item? I think the bounce was actually a kind of tech demo for Kingdom Hearts by Tetsuya Nomura. That's why Pence in Kingdom Hearts 2 is wearing a Dog Street shirt, which is from the bounce. Really? No, I haven't heard of any of Tetsuya Nomura's previous work. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? All of the greats tend to have like their first forays pre their breakout work. The one just below you in the ice area. No, haven't got the item yet. My attention hasn't been on like the game at all. I've relinquished my attention to just hanging out with people in chat. Just because I know today's session is going to be incredibly grindy, so I'm not too fussed with the gameplay. Posted a few more things. Yep, let's see it. Oh my goodness, Billy. Billy, look, you'll love it. Looks like maybe Articuno. Oop. Shush, Wade. Halt your telephoning. We've got Espeon. We've got what's the name? What's the name of the what's the name of Billy's favorite Pokemon? Absol, that's right. Oh, it's freaking written there. You still need to finish the Absol. Yeah, okay, in terms of like a background maybe, but the rendering on it is perfect. No, that's awesome. I can't do fur to save my life. I haven't really committed to doing like a like any fur texturing on any of my pieces. So, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of how well you do fur. Listed in order. Yep. Sorry, it took me a second. I was just complaining about my reading comprehension before. Espeon looks great. Right? The tail and paws aren't done yet? Really? Yeah, okay. Now that you say it, comparing to the horn on the head of like similar lighting and stuff. Yeah, I see what you mean. Ugh, but the pelt, the rest of the pelt, so good. So good. Oh, why has that gone and done that? No, that's fine. Okay, sorted. I was going to say it looked weird for a second, the sub screen, but no, it's fixed. Hi. Hello, cat. Welcome, welcome. Hi, headbutt. How you going, buddy? I need to go back to killing Pokemon. Yeah. I'm trying to find Pokemon Santa. Exact revenge for not getting me that sports bike the other week. If you keep headbutting the desk, my chair will rotate and you'll freak out. Oh. She's picked up this habit of, with a little paw extended, like tapping me on the hand and asking me for pets. And I'm a terrible owner because I succumb immediately. No sense of discipline whatsoever. Start top right side, go down, left. Okay, let's see. Down, left, up, right, down, right, down, item. Oh, there we go. Cool. Thank you, Billy. And then we make our way back. In whatever way that we can. Hug the right wall, go up the right side, boom, boom, boom. Hi. Ah, it's a Jinx. Billy, I'll be calling on your expertise in flammable things. Yeah, arsonist, look at you. Ooh, Nat 20's about to level up. Exciting times. Ice punch, don't get frozen. Don't get frozen. Don't get frozen. I have to chant it. I have to chant it, because otherwise, Billy loves getting statused. It's like his favorite pastime. You love to see it. 20, let's go. Yep. I can't remember what level it evolves to Dragonair, but we'll just keep going. I think it evolves to Dragonite at level 45, if my memory serves me correctly. So I've got a chunk of time to go. Loves putting unnecessary zippers on clothing. Oh, 110%. I feel as though Nomura and whoever was the... who was the mangaka for Yu-Gi-Oh? They went to the same art school. With Nomura, it was zippers, as you said, like zippers and big shoes. And then for the author of Yu-Gi-Oh, it was belts. Belts just like freaking everywhere on everything. It evolves into Dragonair starting at level 30, which evolves into Dragonite starting at level 55. Well, frick. 55? How the heck? Okay. Well, we'll level it up some still, because, the Elite Four goes up to level 50. So we might not be able to use Nat 20 as part of the Elite Four. In which case, I might pivot to Shazam being the XP sponge. The MP3 you just posted is an old Sky Tower remix from Mystery Dungeon. Ooh. Oh, yeah, Fields. 110%. Yeah. Just like covered head to toe. Yeah, I'll give it a listen. Actually, no, I should be able to do it now. Let's get through this and then I'll give it a listen. It should be my only hesitation. My only hesitation would be like procking the YouTube copyright because I stream on YouTube as well. I'll think about it. I'll definitely listen to it. It's just I'm figuring out whether or not to listen to it on stream. In the KH4 trailer, Sora finally has normal-sized feet. Wait, what? This is an outrage. I actually don't like that. I liked that Kingdom Hearts had like a distinct art style. It's not copyrighted, so it doesn't use any of the. If it doesn't use the original, like the original file at all, with my fear would be samples. Like if it uses samples from the song. It doesn't? Excellent. Okay. It's a remix. Yeah, but sometimes the sometimes remixers use the original and remix it. Hooray, we didn't get flinched. Yes. Freaking celebrate. Nice. It's got your vocals and rawhide drum. Ooh, okay. Let's check it out then. I think that's coming through. Super atmospheric. It's really cool. Ape escape spotted? Yeah. Right there. I've been abandoned. Okay, let me see if I can mute Pokemon to have this going over the top. Config settings. I'm not seeing a mute button. Hardest part was keeping a beat with the drum. Yeah, I mean it would be, right? For sort of your more ethereal, whimsy songs, it's difficult to sort of nail it down to a rhythm. Sound settings. Volume. Okay, so if I do that. Oh, excellent. Okay. So I can go back to it. Sweet. It's almost done. Yeah, no stress, no stress. It's just so I can put on visuals so that you don't have to look at my ugly mug for the whole time. I'm imagining like it's actually really it's really appropriate for the current environment that that I'm currently in the game. Because it's very like ice cave explory, right? Ice Dungeon music, yeah, yep. Nice. Yeah, I'll just quickly change things over again. Yeah, that's awesome. What program did you use, if you don't mind me asking? Sound settings. Bump this up to 10, I think I was at. There we go. You like the Twilight Princess Yeti dungeon music? Oh, God. It's been so long since I've played Twilight Princess. I wouldn't be able to speak to... it. FL Studio is what you use? Yeah, okay. When you said it was your vocals, did you essentially turn your vocal sample into a synth sound? Is that how you did it? Water Temple in Twilight Princess has a great droll sounding theme to it. Yeah, I always love when not only does it get across a vibe, but it also does a really good job of setting like an emotional state as well. Like when you're going through a dungeon and it feels hopeless, or you're going through a dungeon and it feels exciting, or you're going through a dungeon and it feels terrifying. Like when it goes one step further beyond just atmospheric, that I feel like that's what the drum roll kind of did in the background, was it added almost like a marching suspense. Recorded it while it was playing. Yeah, okay. Soif. Go, get him. Because that's what a few. Not that I can really. No, Joe, I don't have the time to hear about your Rattata who did nothing. I'm gonna go heal up and. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm probably fine for a while. Stone Temple in Majora's Mask fits the atmosphere to the theme of the events, to the story in that part of the game. Fire Temple. I don't think I've ever been in the Fire Temple in Majora's Mask. I remember doing the grass, like the Forest Temple. It's like both militaristic and empty at the same time. Ah, yeah. Okay. That's the pitfall that I notice occasionally with soundtracks, is that they're very like nice sounding. Where, for example, in Nugget's version, if it was just like the lovely sounding synth, it'd sound nice, but a bit empty. Whereas I feel like a well-done atmospheric theme injects a little bit more emotion into it. Unless you're going for empty. If you're going for empty, then, by all means. So yeah, that's when you need to add a little bit of sugar and spice. Or drums. You sold 5 cars today. Ah, congrats. Nice.
You may have sold 5 cars, but did you kill Santa 5 times? That's what I thought.
Okay, I really should change Nat 20 out. We need levels in Shazam. Splash will receive levels in time. I think Shazam evolves at level 30. So it shouldn't be too long. Shouldn't be too long on that one. Moltres is there as a brag. Yeah. Pure egotism at that point. No, Moltres will... It's... The ground poison typing is just rough. It's just rough. Let's see. The first gym leader that we're the first Elite Four member that we're facing is a psychic type leader. So my thought is we go in with Shazam, because Steel resists psychic. So Shazam will be our main play for that one. They also have 2 Zatus and a Slowbro. So the electric typing will be really, really good. I'm a little bit concerned about the Executor, but worry about that when we get even close to hitting level 50 on my on my mons. Then the one after that is a bug, maybe, type gym. We've got like a few insect types, then we've got a muck, then we've got a crobat. We kind of have answers to each of them. Like we've got answers to the first 3 in the form of Billy. We have an answer to muck in the form of Dust, and we've got an answer to crobat in the form of Shazam or Dust. Then after that, we've got Bruno, who's the fighting type gym leader. So we're fine with that's where I was going to have Dragonite. But if Dragonite doesn't evolve until level 55, that doesn't seem right, because Lance has like two level 49s and a level 50 Dragonite. Surely that's not true. Dragonite, please don't be true. Please, oh please, oh please. It probably is though. Yeah, it is level 55. Even Gen 4? Yeah, still level 55. Frick. I'll need to think of a flying type surrogate then. Replacement. Talking trophies, I mean... Yeah. Killing Santa birds. Definitely trophies. You allow me to cheat one Pokemon for Dragonite's sake? As in, get one Pokemon in above level. I'm not against the idea, just given that I don't think I can get through the Elite Four without doing it. I think, yeah, I don't see myself getting through the Elite Four without getting the Dragonite up to level, because that's like the only solution to Lance. Honestly, I just love talking soundtracks. My favorite game soundtrack of all time is Octopath Traveler's soundtrack. Highly, 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 highly recommend. Something about the tune played to summon birds in Twilight Princess is catchy and nice. I don't remember. Because I've gone through and played some of the older games. Like, I've played through Ocarina of Time again. I've played through... being on a boat and conducting the wind. Symphony of Storms, that's right. The Legend of Zelda, Symphony of Storms. No, Wind Waker, that's right. My goodness, that name goes so hard though. Where did that name come from? Symphony of Storms actually goes so hard. What? Nintendo, you can have that one for free. Make that a thing. But yeah, I've never gone through and played Twilight Princess again. I played it through in like 2008 and haven't touched it since. Easily near replicant for you? Yeah, fair. I've heard really good things about the near Automata. I believe it's a trilogy at this point, but I could be wrong.
I have been wrong in the past, and I will be again. I can promise you that. That's a guarantee from me to you.
The Return of Four Hat Cam. A classic. El Clasico. Yeah, so I think the solution is we just overlevel a little bit with Dragonite, because otherwise I don't see there being a way of getting through Lance. The actual solution for Lance is just like have a strong ice type forehead, but I don't have a strong ice type, and I don't see there being a way of me getting a strong ice type, and I can't. To be entirely honest with you, I can't think of a good ice type Pokemon. So I know we've got Ice Fang on Gyarados, but it's a lot of trust to be putting into one Pokemon. Like one Pokemon, one move with like a 90% accuracy on it. It's too risky. It's too risky. We've already had a close call with the Claire gym fight. I don't see there being a way of doing it. Replicant takes place many hundreds of years before Automaton, if you remember right. You don't need to play it, but you should because it's awesome. Fair. I will say my plate is currently filled to the brim with Kingdom Hearts for the foreseeable future, but I'll very much so open to receiving recommendations for afterwards. I'm a little bit worried with Kingdom Hearts about how much of a grind the synthesis stuff is going to be. But after receiving some of the rarest materials, just from fighting a bunch of the residents of Hollow Bastion, I think it's not going to be as bad as I remember it being. Nier and Kingdom Hearts are like the two things you have stupidly deep knowledge and interest in. So do let you know if you decide to. Yeah, for sure. As I said, like I won't split my attention from now, but it could be that I get through Kingdom Hearts 1, 100% that. Get through Chain of Memories as well, 100% that, and then I'm just looking to do something else in between. At that point in time, I might consider picking up a different game instead. By the way, if it interests, I might consider doing some of the difficult boss runs on for the first Kingdom Hearts for Final Mix, like on Discord. I might just jump into Discord voice chat and just stream the fights. I wouldn't do it through Twitch just because I'm looking to de-stress. And adding more Twitch streams is not a good way to do it. But yeah, Discord streams, way more chill. Yeah, you're allowed at the VC. It's only the stage that has limited access. The normal VC anybody can access whenever they want. The Nier games are long and are meant to be played multiple times. If you want something as a quick reprieve, maybe try something else. Yeah, that's... I wasn't going to say anything, but that that was what was going through my head as soon as the words left my mouth. Like, I'd be kind of trading one big slog for another. Probably not the best idea. But yeah, I've got a good buddy of mine actually has like a Nier tattoo on his arm, and he swears up and down by it. So yeah, I'll most definitely give it a go at some point. All right, what is it, Joey?
Good evening, Mahali. It's me, Joey. Were you awake? Hey, do you remember my super cool Rattata?
Yeah, Joey. Yeah, I do. I do remember your super cool Rattata. Are you going to tell me that you thought your Rattata was good, but you didn't realize that it was like built different or whatever? Is that what you're going to say?
My Rattata is different from regular... here we go. Different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata. Do you know what I'm saying?
And he's gone. And he's gone, like that. Oh my god, I'm losing brain cells every time. Every time I have a conversation with Joey. It's the worst. God, shut up. Gunning for an Emil tattoo on your arm. You've got a Binding of Isaac and the Reaper symbol from the World's End. The old world ends with you. If you get Emil, you have 3 round your upper arm symmetrically. Emil. The Emil that I'm thinking of is the one from Halo Reach, and I don't think it's the one that you're talking about. I think the name is spelt slightly different as well, so that soft confirms it. Is the masked mascot of the series, basically. Okay. So like the what's he? The half and half bear from Danganronpa? Is it Danganronpa that I'm thinking of? God, what's it called? 2 seconds.
Just confirming.
Come on, where it would use moves like Bulldoze or Brick Break to attack.
No, Wolfie VGC, not now.
I have confirmations I must make. Yes, it is Danganronpa. Okay, I was thinking of the right thing. Because there's a space mech anime with a very similar name that I keep thinking that I make the mess up with. Monokuma. Yeah. Yep. You'll put it. If you post it in general, I'll have a look. Putting the request into the world. Fan art of me as a tired Pokemon trainer and Navi as the fairy. Navi the fairy as the young boy trainer going,
Hey, Mahali, it's me, it's Joey. Did you know my Rattata is like the best Rattata?
Frick you, Joey. Frick you to heck. Do you think the Poke Center healing machine is kind of like... Do you think it's the cloning conundrum? like the teleportation conundrum, where they're not actually healing your Pokemon. They're like replacing your Pokemon with healthy versions, or like reverting them back to a healthy time, or getting like an alternate dimension version of the Pokemon that's in a healthy state or something. Do you reckon it's a case of you look in the Pokeball and it's not the same Pokemon that you had before? It's dark, but these are the existential questions that we have to ask ourselves in the 11th hour of grinding Pokemon levels. I feel as though it's only appropriate. Why is the Frost theme playing? Because we're in the Frost Caves. It's where we live. Forever and ever. It's the same as a health mana potion in fantasy. Yeah, okay. Where it's just legitimately getting healed up. Fine. Boring. You had a YouTube tab open? I have done that before. I've jumped into somebody's stream. I'm like, are you echoing? And it's because I had their stream open in another tab. It's the second now, not the 11th. Oh boy. Oh, we're in for a long one. Nah, it's all right.
Chill grind session. Oh, what the frick? What do you mean missed? Whirlpool can miss?
I just wanted to share some of the move usage around. And it missed again. I'm never going to use Whirlpool ever again. I want to like save some of my move charge, but I guess I'm a villain for trying to think of like clever ways around it. How do you dodge a Whirlpool? You be a little ground pig, apparently, is the solution. Just sit there. That's how you dodge it. Thunderwave. Heck yeah. Get rid of tackle for the move coverage, I guess, in case something is resistant to electricity. But I mean, we've got Sonic Boom, right? Yeah, get rid of tackle. You give him Mad Dog eyes with you. Yeah, exactly. You go, you wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare hit me with the Whirlpool. Works every time. Use Intimidate with Forehead. Oh my goodness.
He was just standing there, menacingly, with his forehead.
Billy, don't get frozen. Don't get frozen. Don't get frozen. Frick you, Billy. How do you get frozen? You're a fire type. You immediately thought, what is this? That freeze did nothing except give me a heart attack. That's why it existed. That's why it took place. Just to raise my stress levels. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's cool. It's cool. Dude, do what you like. Pig. Oh god, how am I this loopy? And we're hour 2. Hour 2 of 4. We'll see if we hit 4 hours. We'll see. I'll push for 3, and we'll do a status check at that point. We'll see if we're poisoned or paralyzed or burned or frozen or confused at that point, and then we'll go from there. Don't endure. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Just have little photo snapshot montage of Mahali, like fresh stream, sat up nicely in his chair, having a great time. Hour 1 pass, Mahali slumped a little bit. We've got presence of forehead cam. Hour 2, not even forehead cam, top of the hair cam. It's good. It's good. Hour 3, gone. Not even on the webcam. Hour 4, I've fallen asleep at my keyboard. Hour 5, dead. There are 3 rules for raising a Mahali. Rule 1, never under any circumstances feed a Mahali after midnight. Rule 2, never get a Mahali wet. Never pour water on a Mahali, nothing like that. Rule number 3, never under any circumstances let Mahali stream for longer than 4 hours. He will explode. What's the Pokemon equivalent of flashback war helicopter sounds? Just the line, critical hit. That's all I need. Literally Zubat Billy. True. 110%. I'm Billy. Did you know that if you play Baptiste, you can actually press both buttons at the same time? He does healing and damage. God, classic catchphrase. Don't astonish me, frick you. Have a rock. Alright, I'm actually going to butcher my back if I sit here like this. Ugh. Zubat in the big caves in red, yellow, blue. Well, I mean, I was just having a whinge before because I'd been stun locked by a Golbat for I want to say about 12 turns in a row. Because he hit me with Supersonic, which hits you with the confusion status. Then flinched me 3 turns in a row. Then I hit myself in confusion. Then he flinched me again. Then I hit myself in confusion again. Then my attack missed. Then he flinched me again. It was insane. It happened exactly like that. Watch the VOD. Proof. Any of those moves as well? Yeah, there are a few. Oh, hello, Confuse Ray. You love to see it. There are a few Pokemon whose entire existence is just to cause you pain. Magic Missile. Oh, let's see it. Let's see. Magic Missile. Ooh, didn't work. Didn't work. Don't flinch me. Don't flinch me. Oh, snapped out of confusion and didn't miss. Yes. Apparently, all ice and rock type moves have garbage accuracy, so I'm thanking everything that rock actually hit. Golbat is the Sombra of Oh dear. I feel as though I've gotten you onto an addiction. Is the feeling that I get. Frick! I did it the wrong way. Do. It feels like it's almost like not a mistake that I recommended the Sombra Main subreddit to you, but I'm like, from a distance, I'm watching you like spiral out and being like, oh no, it was because of me. It was because of me. I did this. I'm responsible. But at the same time, I'm equally addicted to reading the Sombra posts. So If I said that you shouldn't, I'd be a hypocrite. Yeah, exactly. I learned it from watching you. Ship off the old block. Back to the mines. Okay, zip. Bip. Brip. Bip. Dip. Bip. Blip. Rip. Rip. And we're back. If you catch a Smeagol, you need to name it Art Daddy. Define need to. Would I? That's another question entirely. The answer to the question being yes, obviously, but need to is strong language. Or Liam O'Brien for the Critical Role fair. Corporate would like you to spot the difference between these two things. Lex. The one lesson your dad gave you was gonna headbutt someone, aim for the nose, not the forehead. You'll just knock yourself out. Oh dear. Going for that Street Fighter advice. No, fair. He's referred to as Art Dad by the fans. Yeah. Because he runs the art community for Critical Role. Like all of the art entries go through him. We're getting close to Shazam being able to just take on Golbats. But today is not that day. More rocks. And the crit. Come on.
Yeah, here it is. Confused, right?
It's like they know. It's like they know how to be the most annoying. Yeah, there it is. Let's see a flinch on the wing attack. Let's see it. No. Or we'll actually go through. Hey! Break and Danish. All it cost was everything. Also told you it's really hard to break vodka bottles over someone's head. Yeah, I can imagine that being the case, actually. In the same way that it's really difficult to break a window. Correction. It's really difficult to break a... what are they called? Like the stacked windows in like high-rise buildings. I think what's here? There's a scene in. It's not spoilers because it's at the start of the freaking film. Or the start of the story if you're talking about the comic. Watchmen. The comedian breaks a window using a chair, and it's part of. I think it's the comedian who breaks the window. Regardless, it's part of the the setup for like what eventually happens. But there's like no way. To be fair though, I think both the comedian and the intruder in the comedian's house are like breaking stone and granite bench tops and stuff. Just with big punches. So, I mean, it's not outside of the world of probability. Let's heal up Dust for a second. the internal wire reinforcement. No, I think it's like the vacuum seal windows or whatever, where it's one pane of glass and then a second pane of glass next to it, and then they create like a vacuum in between the panes. r/Goldbat be like, confuse ray only works 33% of the time. Why did Nintendo hate us? 500 upvotes. Well, that's the thing, right? Is confuse ray? I think let's check it before I spread misinformation. Confuse ray. Pokemon. Okay, no, it does have 100% accuracy to hit. But yeah, what's it? It's a 50-50 to so yeah, it got turned into a 33% chance of hurting after Generation 6. So that would have been Generation 7, the Alola games, Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon, they changed it to a 33% chance of hitting yourself. Whereas at the moment, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip every time. Hilarious fun to be had. Did break through a certain type of glass, but it didn't shatter. So you kind of just punched a hole through and cut a big slice up his wrist instead of breaking it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is it's one of those things where you see in movies all the time where somebody just goes, "Achoo," and then and then a window breaks or whatever. But that apparently isn't the case at all. I've seen like Mythbusters-esque episodes where they like try and break windows with chairs, and it takes a lot of power. And I think the consensus that they came to was basically for like those vacuum seal windows, it's basically impossible to, at least with like a wooden chair, break through. The material just isn't hard enough.
Hello, Santa. We face each other once again in a fight to the death.
High-res glass is designed so people don't and can't break the glass easily for all of the safety reasons. Yeah, yep. I mean, it's really reassuring, right? When you watch a video like that, you're like, okay, well, the next time I go to the Empire State Building, I'm not going to fly out. Be the guy who dislodges the entire pane from its slot and falls out of At that point in time, incredible effort has gone into the outcome. It does call into question, though, right? Because there's that Mission Impossible movie where Tom Cruise scales the side of the is it the Burj Khalifa or something? Whatever. The Burj, the tallest building in the world or whatever. And he just cuts a hole in the side. I don't think that's how that would work. Oh, no. That... yeah, right? He cuts a hole in the side and he tries to, like, kick it open, but he has to, like, shatter through. But I think even if you cut a hole... I mean, it would break the seal, and then you're just trying to kick through a pane of glass. I mean, it could work. I don't see it. I don't see it working. Imagine cutting it would be easier if it's reinforced. Oh, yeah, for sure. No. The cutting thing I don't have a problem with. It's more like the kicking through once he's cut, you know? First showed off the BMW i8 concept. I don't remember cars in that movie. I just remember thinking nope a whole bunch when he was Spider-Maning up the side. Empire State has openable windows, but they're pretty small, really. You've seen them? Ooh. No. Billy, we're all nerds about something. There's no shame in it. No shame whatsoever. Yeah, that is actually a good point. They wouldn't have had the technology when they were first putting it in. I just would have assumed that they updated the windows, but I imagine for like heritage reasons, they're not necessarily allowed to. Or at least if they're going to, they need to be like, at least allude to. There we go, lose the coin flip. You love to see it. They at least allude to like the pane glass look. They've welded some shots so people going up and look, can't step out. Yeah, okay. And we either flinched or missed. I believe we flinched. Wing attack. Let's see that flinch. Ah, the crit. You love to see it. Flinch. No, okay. Hurt self in confusion. It went through. Huzzah. We won. Hate Golbat. Hate Golbat so much. The stinky thing is, though, the alternative to fighting Golbats is level 19. The alternative to fighting Golbats is exploding Gravelers using self-destruct. No, Joey, no. Where's the spray bottle? Yeah, because we ventured down to the I think it's Route 45 down south from where we currently are, and our immediate first encounter was a Graveler who used self-destruct on turn 1. So there's no chance. There's absolutely no chance that I'm going to risk that. Super potion. Boom. No. The opposite. The opposite of that. I was the one who was blown to smithereens. What's behind door number 1? It's a pig. What was I? I think I was Gyarados. I had rock hard determination. How's that? Boom. There's an anime that I watched with a buddy of mine. This would have been like 10 years ago, I think. Called Kill la Kill. And there's a motivational song that's part of that series. Honestly, honest lyrics to that were "Don't lose your way," and it just goes into like this massively motivational instrumental, like orchestral thing. And whenever it feels like I sort of recollect myself and go into the next encounter, it feels like I've got that song playing in the background. Kill la Kill sucks. I can't remember the series, to be entirely honest with you. I just remember laughing for half of it. At the time, about 20 years ago, you could reach out of the bars of the observation deck. You've seen recent pictures where they've put safety glass, so you can't do that now. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? We've all seen the stupid videos of influencers doing all sorts of stupid things on camera. So the idea of just leaving it open to trust is, I think something that they've learnt to not do. We stonefished to death in Bahali Street. I mean, it felt like that. It felt like we were sniping fish in the previous session. But we're fine now. We're fine. It's a nice, chill level grinding session. It's chill, okay? It's chill. Could have tested the coin thing for Mythbusters when you were there. What was the conclusion that they came to? That basically the coin reaches a terminal velocity that isn't lethal? Like it would still hurt, but like it doesn't just permanently accelerate? I vaguely remember having watched that Mythbusters episode. Yeah. I feel as though we would be in an interesting spot if if like minute bits of currency could be lethal. That could be due to spin as well. Yeah, I'd imagine so, right? Because it's not like you're throwing it through a vacuum. You're actively going to have air currents messing with it. Oh my goodness, could you could you imagine if it was through a vacuum? No air resistance. No air resistance, no air currents or anything. Just a bullet.
Here, have 50 cents.
Kia! Get washed, pig. True. I should think of like fun one-liners. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, first, change to splash. Okay, all right. Mud bomb doesn't affect, yeah, because I'm flying, of course.
Hey, pig. You're filthy. Take a bath.
Boom! Oh, air horns. This is a hate crime because it's Jabbercon. Is it? I'm not familiar with the term Jabbercon, so I can't even joke around with it. I don't even know what I'm joking with. I would do crimes to Golbat. Oh. You're dealing with a Mahali who's actively losing brain cells. Forgive me, please. Hi, Alt. How you going? We're killing animals by the dozen. You've joined at a good time. You're very tired. Is this good or bad? I mean, it's probably a good thing, right? It means you'll sleep well tonight, hopefully.
Hey, swine up. Whenever anybody faces me in the ring, I always expect them to take the dive. A boom!
Absolutely destroyed with the crit as well. Boom. You'll sleep well, but might not be able to stay awake much longer. Yeah, no, that's fine, dude. That's fine. Your sleep health always takes top priority. Why is Moltres only level 12? Have I not been leveling up your boy? No, not yet. Not yet. Because I want to kind of hit milestones with each of them first. Like, once Shazam evolves, then I'll probably switch to Moltres at that point. Somebody told you saying beer in a British accent sounds like bacon in a Jamaican accent once, and you've been able to forget about it. It's beer can, right? Beer can. There you go, boom. Beer can. Obviously, you can play it up a little bit more. You go evolve Moltres. Then you can finish off. No. So the problem is Shazam needs to be my carry for when we take on the water gym. An 8 is all right. An 8 is all right. I've seen worse tonight. Literally tonight, I've seen worse. Dust. How you going, bud? Like all of Billy's rolls past his first. Oh no. Billy started this stream with 2 14s back to back, and it's just been downhill ever since. Oh, the redemption! Don't press your luck, Billy. 19's a good thing. Hold on to the good thing. That's your sign to leave, you guess? You're going to go to bed. Sleep well. Oh, sleep well. Sleep well, bud. I'll catch you later. Who do you think you are? I am. Nothing messed you up more than when your friend told you you're breathing automatically, but now you're breathing manually and you got all short of breath suddenly. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is as soon as you are made aware of something that happens subconsciously, I suppose the exception to that would be like your heartbeat or something that you can't manually affect at all. Ooh. I just saw the picture of Emil. I really like that design, actually. Very, very, very cool. I can see why you'd want the image. Super clean, but like not too simple at the same time. Like the eyes and mouth have enough going on that you can tell it apart from just like a circle. Don't think about how long it's been since you blinked last. Yeah. Just little things like that. As soon as you start thinking about them too much, you can't stop. I suppose the trick would be try and list all of the things, so that that way you can't like pay attention to all of them at the same time, and you just kind of give up. Like what would you list? You'd list breathing. You'd list blinking. You'd list how you're enunciating each of the syllables for words. So making conscious effort to make note of like, okay, so for each word, my mouth moves in a particular way, and my tongue interacts with the rest of my mouth in a particular. It just like overthink everything, and then your brain just kind of gives up on all of it. Perfect solution. Just overload yourself. Brace for impact. Boom. Can you endure multiple turns in a row? That's a question I've never asked myself. Pokemon endure more than once. No, Joey. Now is not the time. It is not the time for phone call at all. We've heard it all. In Generation 2 to 5, the accuracy of Endure decreases by half each time it is used, consecutively after itself or any protection move listed above. In Generation 4 only, it has a minimum accuracy of 1/8. Ah, okay. So you could spam it basically infinitely and have an 1/8 chance in and we are in Gen 4 at the moment. So, I mean, yeah. So you use it once, and it's guaranteed, then you use it a second time and it's a 50-50, I think is what this is implying. Okay, so it works similarly to protection. Worst intrusive thought when you're trying to sleep is, hey, you can tell the skin beneath your toner. I mean, I suppose so. I guess so, but I don't think about like tactile interactions too much, I suppose. Unless somebody's getting all up in my biz. If somebody's getting all up in my biz, then yeah, I guess. Against the mattress, trying to crack them like knuckles, getting more and more. I feel as though we're privy to Fields' like spiral. We're going through like the whole like every circle of hell going down Fields' attempt to go to sleep. Dear, dear. Level 20 with Shazam. Only 10 more levels. Frick. Remind me to never let Fields get bored. You can't punish your heroes. Oh, dearie dear. I was imagining how those 10 minutes would have been spent with Fields like already going down the spiral. Fields, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any message. Your secret is safe with me. But yes. Back to yeah, second-hand embarrassment from the spelling error. Yeah, no, that is more than fair. Back to Kingdom Hearts for a second. The idea for this weekend, I guess, if I play a little bit more, is yeah, Hades Cup. Everything Hades Cup is going to be horrendous. I don't reckon like the regular go through is going to be too bad. I tried doing the time trial for Phil Cup, which is like the very first one. And that was actually ridiculously difficult. I wonder if the expectation is that you come back and you do the time trial versions like late game. Because it gave me 3 minutes to do the entire cup, which is just never going to happen. No. Let's see. No, I shouldn't. You have one more? Oh no. Locked and loaded. Ooh, I just realized Dust is about to level up. Huzzah! Don't hurt yourself. It's fine. Fine, we heal up. Planning on going to the second hand today. I'm getting a bit stressed about it because you slept in way too late. Good news, it's closed today. That is actually fantastic news. There have been quite a few times where I've been anxious about a commitment that I've got upcoming. But you know, I'm gritting myself like, oh, you know, must commit. It's good to stay consistent. Blah 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 blah. And then somebody's called me up and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Like we've had to cancel on the event. And I'm, you know, response is, oh no, I was so looking forward to it. Oh, that's a shame. All good though. It's all right. I can do something else with my day. Hang up the phone. Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh, heck yeah! Frick yeah! I don't have to worry about the commitment anymore.
Yes! Huzzah! I could chill out.
Oh yeah, yeah! Congratulations, Dust, on the level up. They're fairy as heck. So let me clarify this, Field. So you're gonna play Dog's Life on the PS2 for Billy's eyebrows. Am I getting that? Am I getting that correct? I'm gonna quickly save just because it's been a while that we've played for and I haven't saved. For the furries, yeah? Yeah, fur. Bling. I reckon like a Ratchet and Clank would go a little bit, would go down better with the furries, I suppose. I never played the original Ratchet and Clank, only Ratchet and Clank 2. But I've heard people ranting and raving about how good the series is, but no, I never got around to experiencing all. I remember that actually the new one apparently was quite good. The new Ratchet and Clank that came out, I say recently, like 3 years ago or something. You do have Deadlocked? I haven't heard of Deadlocked. You have the original series on PS3 disc. Is there like a collection for it that has like all of the main series? Played the ones on PS3 as your childhood nostalgia, and the newer ones were good too. Yeah, okay. I remember really enjoying 2, so I wouldn't be surprised if I really enjoyed the series as a whole. Yeah, sure. I will need to find somewhere better to level up, I think, eventually. Just because Splash has been involved in a ton of these fights and has yet to level up once. Given he has been sharing all of his XP halfsies with whoever's in front of the party, but still. I think after I heal up this next time, I'm going to go exploring, looking for creatures with higher levels. It's actually shocking to me that that the Pokemon in the same area as a level 41 Kingdra are level 22. That's actually bonkers. Say your prayers, Santa. Boom! It's super duper effective. Nice. Shazam is level 21. Billy's halfway to 34, I think that was. What level do you evolve? Is it like 40? I mean, Cloud did evolve at level 40 or level 41, I can't remember what it was, but around there, so that makes sense. We'll fight this gold bet and then we'll go heal and look for clearer skies. Will I? I'm getting pretty close to being able to leave in some of these. No, I will, because... Don't flinch. Don't you dare. Thank you. Yeah, if I can get to an area with like level 30s, it would, or like level 35s maybe. It would allow the little ones like Shazam and Moltres to get a bunch of XP. Pretty easy. What's the time? Okay, I'll go for another 10 minutes or so. I'm sure you've noticed that you've been dealing with Mahali with Mush for Brain. Mahali, what are your thoughts on the matter? Eh. In general, this is the cheapest way to get all the games instead of buying them individually if you're a physical media collector like you. Okay. These trilogies, PS3 discs is getting hard to get your hands on at a reasonable price. Is it just called Ratchet and Clank and it comes with, and it's a trilogy? And then Jak and Daxter? Yeah, okay. No, it says collection. I see it. It says collection in tiny letters up the very top. Okay, I see it. Both of them had the first 3 games. Yeah, okay. I'm making my way through my first like nostalgia collection at the moment. We'll see how I feel. It's also easier to commit to the Kingdom Hearts playthrough, given that I can play them on PC. Have you played them? Nope. I'd recommend it. I've played Jak and Daxter, the first one, and I've played Ratchet and Clank 2, and from those 2 games, I can comfortably say that they're very good. You've watched your cousins play them a little? Oh yeah, I'd recommend it. I would anticipate that, noping out of that cave. This is a new body of water, so if this is a new type of interaction, nope, that's a magic up. I'd imagine that they'd be less full on than something like a Kingdom Hearts, just because it's not. They're not like full RPGs. Because I remember 100%ing Jak and Daxter back in the day, and that didn't take me too long. So, trying to get a specific PS3 copy of the God of War collection on PS3, but it's hard to find. The good thing about the PS3, unlike PS2 and ones, is it's not region locked. Yeah, I feel as though that's become a bit of an antiquated practice. I know Nintendo's doing it with the new Switch. But thankfully, it's just Japanese Switches, and it's for them to rationalize a lower price. If I jump over there, how the heck do I get back? Because I don't currently have fly. Have I gone to the end of this grass yet? No, I haven't. I don't think. Let's go check it out. Graveler! Frick! We'll switch to Splash. The Graveler will explode. We'll be fine.
Why run when there's just perfectly good XP lying around?
Oh! It's super effective. Rationalize you not paying the New Zealand tax for whatever reason. Games can get up to 99 to 120 bucks on new release. Yeah, it's pretty similar here. I think our usual is 90 for a standard console game. So yeah, 99 to 120 is a bit rough though. Triple your grocery cost? Yeah. It's a bit gross. Literally, me running through this patch of grass is that gif of the person in the mascot costume sprinting down a field with landmine explosions going off. I mean that's fair, Billy, given the circumstance.
So I found an elixir. That's good. What's not good, however, is that if I keep going south, I have to jump over this little border, and I've got no way of getting back up, I don't think.
Let's have a look.
How the frick?
Dark cave. I'd need flash to get through there, which I don't have. Yeah, I reckon it's just a really bad idea. Also, the legendaries are appearing on the map now. That's an interesting revelation. I mean, I can go and attempt to catch them at some point. Not for now, though, because they're level 40, and Splash is my only level 40. I don't love the idea of trying to take them on at the moment. I'm happy to go back, grind a little bit more, and then eventually take them on when my Pokemons are a little bit higher level. Roll a d4, real life. Yeah, sure.
Your wish is my command.
Oh, let's roll with... let's go with the lightning glass. And we have officially... The lighting is terrible. A 3. We have a 3. We've rolled a 3. There you go. There's your result. You like buying what you need at the time. You like the walk, but usually your food for the week costs about 50 or just under 50. Yeah, that's fair. 50's a bit cheap. Because I tend to stick with essentials, and my grocery list tends to end up at about 100-ish. Do you recommend the Jack games? They're a lot of fun. Yeah, I heard that they become really different with Jack 2 and Jack 3. Which is fine. I just I wouldn't be able to speak to whether I'd enjoy them or not. fall in an odd majority where you think 2 is the best game, though. I think that's fair to have like your own preference with it. I mean, I'd be curious. I was going to say in the same way that I enjoy Kingdom Hearts 1 more than I like Kingdom Hearts 2, but I'll be curious to see what my opinion is after I've 100%ed both, which one I prefer more. I get the impression that that I'll end up liking 2 more. Because I'll be able to appreciate the extra depth that got introduced this time around. You picked the 1 and then result? Just don't do 3 again? Yeah, okay. Let's go with the dice. It's a little bit easier to read in this current lighting. Ugh. I rolled a 1. There you go. Boom. 2 and 3 took some gunplay while sticking to the original formula because the GTA boom at the time. I think I'd have to give it a go to, like, conceptually. I don't like the sound of that just because I liked the fact that Jak and Daxter had its own feel. But hey, maybe if I give it a go, it feels good, and regardless of my thoughts on it previously. You know? For finishing your first chunk of prep point? Yeah, no problem at all. Actually, speaking of which, we should totally add like D4 psychic damage rolls for the chat, and potentially a D100 and a slash coin flip as well. I think like exclamation mark coin flip as well would go quite well. My brain is wandering. We've hit the 3-hour mark basically at this point, so I'm gonna save. Oh, thank you for the snooze. Appreciate it. The themes are still there. Don't worry, it's just a darker adaptation. If you like a slower, more methodical approach to Kingdom Hearts, and you think you'll appreciate the difficulty on 2. Personally, you didn't like 3 because of the amount of driving involved. As in Jak and Daxter 3. Yeah, because I have heard that there is quite a bit of the driving mechanic. Because I think I looked up like an explanation on how the speed run for 3 works, and I did notice quite a bit of driving. You want to rip the coin flip animation from Pokemon TCG Pocket? It's really satisfying. I'll give it a look, and I'll let you know. If we were to do the flip animation, I think I'd still want to do my own spin on it, just because I just morally I'm against just kind of ripping things directly. But definitely emulate the feel for sure. Google has a built-in coin flip. Oh, for sure. But I like the idea of it being inbuilt. Yeah. Actually, that is a thing. Would adding more like dice roll mechanics and stuff just kind of dilute the experience in chat? Are we satisfied with the D20? Two mons to 20? Yeah. Yep. Little bit unsatisfied with my current grinding location, so I'll see if I can find an alternative. But otherwise, like, to be honest, I just enjoyed having a conversation with everyone again. Can make it just for yourself a button. Yeah, could do. the original Jack and Daxter does now have a native PC port, no hardware emulation required, and with mostly functional co-op. Yeah, you did mention it last time we chatted, I remember. Yeah, okay. So like, I do like that idea. I do like that idea, Billy, of adding the function, but making it just so that it's on my end, just so that people don't feel like lost in the interaction. Yep. I think I've saved already. Just going around in circles. Anywho. Let's wrap up for tonight. I wrote up a little thing on the Discord about the Art Saturday thing for tomorrow. The plan is, just because my days are kind of all over the place at the moment, at least until I restabilize. The usual like morning session and evening session for the Hearthside Arts and Crafts isn't really going to work, so it's going to be a little bit more freeform for tomorrow. So whenever I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to jump into the Discord VC and just kind of hang out for a bit. So if you're free, jump on in. Love to see you, but at the same time, fully respect if it's a little bit too messy. Might be doing some Lego stream tomorrow if you get enough cleaning done today. Ooh, I can't promise that I'll be super active, but I'll at least come and hang out and look for a bit and see how it's coming along. I've been enjoying seeing it come together. I'll be doing chores around the house or something, and I'll look down at my phone screen and just see that you've built like another like completely different section of Lego that I hadn't seen developing previously. It's really fun. It's almost like little time-lapse snippets. Okay, who is online that we can go and say hello to? We've got Paint the Moment and Sean. We raided Sean earlier this week, so I might head over to Paint the Moment, actually. Let's head over that way. I'd usually make sure to go through and find like another Pokemon streamer, since it was a Pokemon stream, but I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm just starting to shut down a little bit. Oh, raid. Paint the Moment. If you haven't seen Paint the Moment stuff before, she is an illustrator. She does incredible like book illustrative works. Absolutely love her stuff. Please give her a chance. See what she does. She's a master at work. Regardless, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit today. My stream schedule has been all over the place this week, basically non-existent. The goal is to stabilize over the weekend and then back into the usual routine for next week. So look forward to that. I've got some friends and family visiting next weekend, so things are going to get a little bit hectic towards Friday, but I don't see it interfering with things. It should just be the usual routine leading up until then, so no stress in that regard. Cool. All right. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.